coverage you can count on. First Edition starts now.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us for News 13 First Edition. I'm Annette Pegler and it's time for your top 4 at 4. A bond hearing today in Florence County for the man accused in the 2024 cold case murder of Lake City resident Tyrone Singletary. We'll share the results from that hearing. And Coastal Carolina students raising questions about when air conditioning could be installed at the indoor football facility. We'll have a live report. Plus, it's move-in week for students at the University of South Carolina. We'll hear from some incoming freshmen on why they are excited to become a Gamecock. And it is a hot summer day out there today. Chief Meteorologist Frank Johnson joins us now in our Weather Center. And Frank, what should we expect weather-wise this weekend?
More of the same. It is going to stay hot and humid through the weekend. Plus, we'll have that chance for a few scattered thunderstorms. And with today's heat and humidity, we are getting those storms out there. Viper 13 real-time radar showing some thunderstorms, especially across Darlington County. That's where most of the lightning is right now, in and around the Hartsville area, north of Darlington. These are all moving off to the east. Some areas will see a little bit of rain and some of that thunder and lightning as well. Not a whole lot of rain. Most of us are staying dry right now, and storms this evening will be hit or miss, but we're all experiencing the heat. Look at Scranton at 101 right now, mid to upper 90s across most of the area. A little cooler along the coast with that sea breeze, but it is going to stay hot and muggy this evening and overnight tonight, 70s to around 80, and it's going to be hot again tomorrow. I'll have a look at how hot it will be for the weekend coming up.
Frank, thank you. Bond was denied today for the man accused in the 2024 cold case murder of Lake City resident Tyrone Singletary. Authorities found Singletary's body in Williamsburg County. And News 13's Eric Cooper is live in Florence County and has been following this case since the very beginning and has details from this morning's bond hearing. And Eric, we hear from the suspect himself, right?
Annette, that's right. Before denying his bond, the Honorable Judge Alan Collins gave Thomas Baines the opportunity to speak, Baines calling the charges against him a misunderstanding. Tyrone Singletary's mother, Debbie Cunningham, washed and wiping away tears as Baines was brought into the courtroom. Baines has been charged with murder, possession of a weapon during a violent crime, and armed robbery. Singletary's family believe Baines had involvement after witnessing Baines driving Tyrone's car that night and even calling 911. But Baines was not arrested until yesterday. Baines told the judge during today's hearing they have the wrong guy.
Just a protective type of guy. You know, I'm a lovable guy. I'm there for anybody that needs help. Always has been. I never robbed anybody a day in my life. I'm completely against it. Anybody I see heading down a wrong path with violence and trouble, I always try to discourage them to go the other way. And like I said, this is just a big misunderstanding, and I wish the facts to come out and let everything be clarified.
Now, coming up at 5, you'll hear from the family of Tyrone Singletary about today's hearing and what they had to say about Baines' statement in court. Reporting live in Florence County, Eric Cooper, News 13.
All right, Eric, thank you. We have an update for you on the case surrounding Pawleys Island Community Church. A closed-door meeting was held last night by Georgetown County Sheriff Carter Weaver with families, teachers, law enforcement, and victim support organizations, giving parents a space to ask questions and hear directly from investigators without the media in the room. Now, this all comes after arrests were made once it was revealed that a registered sex offender volunteered at the school's affiliated church. Now, Sheriff Weaver says the parents are victims in this too and deserve to have their voices heard.
No one else is meeting with these parents. They're the true victims. They're having to deal with a lot. So the church has not met with these folks. No other government entity has met with these folks. And so I thought it was important for the sheriff to call this meeting. And number one, give them a safe space to be heard, but also garner any new information that might exist. And I think we achieved that.
And News 13's Cameron Townsend will have much more on this meeting and what the sheriff had to say coming up on your news at 5. 2 people were taken to the hospital this morning following a 4-vehicle crash on Highway 17 bypass. That's according to Horry County Fire Rescue. Crews were dispatched just after 9:45 this morning to the area of Highway 17 bypass and Deerfield Links Drive. The crash blocked northbound lanes of Highway 17 for quite some time. The conditions of the 2 people taken to the hospital were not immediately available. The South Carolina Highway Patrol is investigating the crash. A 6-year-old boy died days after he was found unresponsive in a swimming pool at a Myrtle Beach resort. That's according to Chief Deputy Coroner Tamara Willer. Levi Ash was found unresponsive on August 8th in a swimming pool at the Caribbean Resort. He was taken to Grand Strand Regional Medical Center where he died Tuesday. Willard said Ash was visiting the area from Sanford, North Carolina. The Myrtle Beach Police Department is investigating. You can count on us for those updates. Well, after a national months-long search, the city of Myrtle Beach has named Frederick Chambers as its next police chief. Chambers brings more than 26 years of law enforcement experience, currently serving as a deputy chief of police in Fairfax County, Virginia. He also served in the U.S. Marine Corps and as a uniformed or uninformed police officer with the U.S. Secret Service. Now, Chambers' first day as police chief is expected to be in late September or early October.
News 13 on-time traffic, sponsored by Joy Law Firm. Just call Joy.
And traffic is slow at times right now on 501 between CCU and Carolina Forest. Nothing too unusual for this time of day. A couple of slowdowns on 544 as well. Drive times along the Grand Strand on 501 from Carolina Forest to CCU. That'll take 13 minutes. 17 in both directions along the Grand Strand. Moving a little bit slower than normal. Florence area looking okay. No problems in town right now. No issues on I-95. Currently on 95 from TV Road to 76. That'll take 9 minutes. Palmetto from 5 Points to Irby Street will take 4 minutes. And 52 from Palmetto to I-95 will take 8 minutes.
Frank, thank you. 3 suspects are now behind bars charged in the deadly bus stop murder in Gaffney this week. The first suspect was captured Wednesday night and the 2 others yesterday afternoon. The Cherokee County Sheriff confirms the capture of Kevion Covington ended the manhunt around 4 yesterday afternoon. All day, deputies searched by helicopter, on foot, and with K-9 teams. Now, you'll remember 17-year-old Jomatron Fair Jr., who went by the nickname June, was shot and killed just as he was about to board his school bus Wednesday morning.
It's a great relief for us in law enforcement to get these bad guys off the street. They've changed our whole community. The community is grieving. A lot of people hurt, families are hurt, and there's a lot of people that can have just some relief.
Sheriff Mueller says a homeowner recognized Covington from the pictures on the news and called, reporting that Covington had knocked on their door asking for help. Mueller indicated prior disputes, bullying, and gangs in the community that he described as being more like cliques contributed to the crime, but investigators are still trying to nail down a specific motive. And as far as the other suspects, a judge denied bond for 17-year-old Reginald Barnes Jr. Prosecutors say at least 5 shots were fired by 2 shooters using 2 guns, and they said one of them shot the victim in the back of the head as he reached for his backpack. Testing is underway to determine which suspect fired the deadly round. Barnes told the judge he was only the driver and didn't pull the trigger, saying, "I promise I didn't know June was going to die."
There was no accountability. No accountability. None whatsoever.
It hurt us all to sit there and see, and it hurts us for the lack of accountability that was took, the blame game that was played. At the end of the day, evidence don't lie.
The victim's family insists their grandson had been bothered by these students before, even at school. They say more could have been done to prevent his death, and they're now demanding answers. And the sheriff says a 3rd suspect, a juvenile, was taken into custody during a traffic stop in Spartanburg. That suspect is in the Department of Juvenile Justice custody. Well, with temperatures climbing during these summer months, the Coastal Carolina University indoor football facility is missing one thing: air conditioning. And News 13's Livy Payne is live in our newsroom with more details. Livy.
Annette, the facility that's been open for over a year now still does not have air conditioning. And now some people on campus, including student athletes, are wondering when it might be installed.
Well, it's a great opportunity. It's a cool opportunity, but it is hot as hell in here.
That was former Coastal President Benson in June of 2025 when the $20 million indoor football facility officially opened today. It's still without air conditioning. As athletes deal with the August heat, the facility is designed to give the team flexibility when weather doesn't cooperate, whether there's extreme heat, rain, or other conditions. I spoke with one football player about the lack of AC.
Yeah, I mean, the stadium really, or the indoor really just gets really stuffy, especially when you have a whole football team in there.
I reached out to CCU officials starting on Wednesday about the lack of air conditioning. I reached out again yesterday and today. No school official was willing to speak on the camera about this. Meanwhile, building continues to be in use this week. Live in the newsroom, Libby Payne, News 13.
All right, Libby, thank you. And in addition to Coastal Carolina and the College of Charleston, as we reported earlier this week, it's also move-in weekend for the University of South Carolina. Keith Savage is in Columbia to catch up with the students.
It's a hard weekend in Columbia as students return to campus. With Friday's move mostly being first years, it's pure excitement. It's becoming a Gamecock. More than 9,000 students are moving into the University of South Carolina this weekend. For the people who moved in Friday, they said the process was easy.
It was really smooth. They just checked us in and it was easy. We just came up, unloaded our stuff, and that was it.
Smooth and easy.
Spectacular. The feel-like temperature nearly reached triple digits on Friday, with Saturday expected to be similar. But luckily, families were able to cool off inside.
They keep it nice and air conditioned in there.
It's very cool when you go in there. So as soon as we got in there, we were cooled off.
More than 5,000 students are moving in Saturday. The recommendation is to listen and use equipment the school provides.
Listen to what they're saying because they know what they're doing, and it's very well organized.
Definitely use the carts because it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, carts were definitely a big help.
As for university staff, they just want the students to be happy and prepared.
We want, that positivity. We want everybody to kind of be prepared. And of course, push pins, which is how we like people to decorate their rooms.
For parents, moving their kids into college can be a bittersweet moment.
Proud dad.
So it's going to be a little rough on the way home today. Probably some tears, but I'm so happy for him.
But these first years can't wait to get started.
I'm very excited. I'm really interested in pharmacy and what it has to bring.
I've been waiting for a long time now, just waiting and waiting, so I'm excited.
So excited!
Reporting in Columbia, Keith Savage, News 13.
And hot weather across the area today will continue into the weekend. So will the heat advisories. I'll have a look at how long this hot weather is going to last coming up.